Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, Psalm 72 verse 16. The corn of wheat to fall into the ground. Answer. John chapter 12 verses 24 to 25. Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone, but if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hateth his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal. Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, Jonah 1 verse 17. Death and resurrection of Christ. Answer. Matthew chapter 12 verse 40. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, Isaiah 49 verse 7. He is despised of the nation. Answer. John chapter 8 verses 48 to 49. Then answered the Jews, and said unto him, Say we not well that thou art a Samaritan, and hast a devil? Jesus answered, I have not a devil, but I honor my Father, and ye do dishonor me. Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, Isaiah 53 verse 7. Silent before his accusers. Answer. Matthew chapter 27 verses 12 to 14. And when he was accused of the chief priests and elders, he answered nothing. Then said Pilate unto him, Hearest thou not how many things they witness against thee? And he answered him to never a word, insomuch that the governor marveled greatly. Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, 2 Kings 2 verse 11. The bodily ascension to heaven illustrated. Answer. Luke chapter 24 verse 51. And it came to pass, while he blessed them, he was parted from them, and carried up into heaven. Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, Psalms 109 verse 25. Ridiculed. Answer. Matthew chapter 27 verse 39. And they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads. Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, Isaiah 29 verse 14. The wise are confounded by the word. Answer. 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verses 18 to 31. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved it is the power of God. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Hath not God made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that in the wisdom of God the world by wisdom knew not God, it pleased God by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. But we preach Christ crucified, unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greeks foolishness. But unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ the power of God, and the wisdom of God. Because the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble, are called. But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And base things of the world, and things which are despised, hath God chosen, yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence. But of him are ye in Christ Jesus, who of God is made unto us wisdom, and righteousness, and sanctification, and redemption. That, according as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in the Lord. Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, Psalms 9 verse 7. Judge the world in righteousness. Answer. Acts chapter 17 verse 31. Because he hath appointed a day, in the which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom he hath ordained, whereof he hath given assurance unto all men, in that he hath raised him from the dead. Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, Isaiah 11 verse 1. Called a Nazarene the branch, Netzer. Answer. Matthew chapter 2 verse 23. And he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophets, he shall be called a Nazarene. Find the New Testament fulfillment in Jesus for this Old Testament prophecy, Isaiah 59 verse 20. He would come to Zion as their Redeemer. Answer. Luke chapter 2 verse 38. And she coming in that instant gave thanks likewise unto the Lord, and spake of him to all them that looked for redemption in Jerusalem.